Hello everyone, it's Skydragon C5 doing another review here. This time of my second saber that I ordered from Ultra Sabers. This is the Raven. This one is a really nice solid hilt actually. The emitter doesn't come off. I know a lot of people do hope that it does come off, but it actually does help make the Raven a lot more solid when you're dueling. This here is completely connected to the whole tube. All is one piece. You can take the claws off, which is what I would recommend for dueling, because they do tend to loosen up. The claws do come in two different sizes. These ones that I have on right now are the normal claws and not the Super Sith. A little bit different with this one too is it has a blade holder here, and this is what keeps the blade in place. You actually take out the blade holder with these two retention screws here, if you want a quick swap out. Otherwise, to do the blade itself, there is two retention screws. If you leave them accessible like this, it works really nicely if you want to swap out blades. It's a really nice, beautiful design. I really like, especially at the emitter here, the way the blades just come in angled and it smooths right out, the little accent bit here, and especially the shine that comes out of the blade holder and the little grooves in there. It has a really nice grip around here, and you can see these are actual grip lines, so you can have your hand around those, usually like this. I like it because you can also do reverse grip on it. It is designed similarly to Starkiller's or Darth Starkiller's lightsaber. Again, there's not MHS compatible. You're not going to take this off. With mine, I did go with the small claws. I ordered both lengths of claws, actually. I wasn't sure which one I wanted. From the looks online, it's sort of hard to tell, but the large claws are a fair bit longer. Even so, I decided to get a 40-inch blade for it. Similar to the Malice, the blade does go quite deep into the hilt there, and you still have a fair bit of blade that's sort of covered up by the claws, so I found that it gives you a lot more blade length if you have a 40-inch blade. I sort of wish they would make that a standard option when you're ordering anything that has claws or a deeper emitter to put the 40-inch, but of course you still see more blade because of those claws, so it all depends on how you're going to be using it. I tried both pommels. I have them separated here. Here's the Super Sith one. I like the look of the Super Sith, but when I'm wielding it, it actually gets a little bit sharp around here if you're going two-handed. Just the way the edges are. It's just from the design, because these are actually grooves into it, not just adenization, which I thought it was initially. But the black bottom is nice for that. Otherwise, there's the standard pommel, same vent pattern, but it looks a lot smoother, just the plain silver there. What I opted for was going with a Malice round pommel. Still has the black bottom, a little bit of detailing there, but what I really like is the grooves here, which have the same rounded curvature as the grooves up here. And with that, it sort of makes it look a little bit more complete on the hilt. Even this sort of has the same sort of hint as the blade holder. So that's sort of how I've customized mine. One thing I wish they would do as an option, which I've had a couple of my friends comment on, is make the Raven with a hilt option where this is all adenized black, and have the option of ordering silver or black adenized claws, similar to the Dark Warglaive. Just one of my friends really wants to get one of these in green, and he thinks it would pop really nicely if they did that. So because of the black, he's torn between the Dark Warglaive and this one. I got it with orange with a red flash on clash, fire orange. I didn't really like the idea of the red flash on clash after I got it. I thought it would be a nice switch back and forth. But I ended up later on ordering an orange LED module with silver flash on clash. But I noticed that it was a little bit different than the fire orange that I got initially. I thought the new one that I got was fire orange, but after talking to the guys on the forums, I found out that what I have in the saber right now is actually Pyrestone orange. So it's a lot more reddish, but it's also a little bit more white than what the standard fire orange is. So this one is a forum color, so if you're going to want to do the Pyrostone orange with silver flash and clash, pay the extra $5 on top of the premium color and then get it customized there. As you can see, went for the non-illuminated AV switch again. Again, it's because I'm swapping out colors a lot on this hilt. I really like putting violet amethyst in it and just the design on it there. Of course, I do have sound in it because the AV switch there, and it does have flash on clash like I was talking about earlier. So I'm just going to test out the sound here and show you off the blade. This has the Sister of Shadows font, so I'll show the flash on clash here. And lock up. Like I was saying before, I like using this one with two hands like this. You can even grip up here near the emitter if you want to, and the switch doesn't get in the way. Reverse grip works really nicely for it if you're going to be taking off the claws. Really good grip that way. I think this one would work even really well as a stunt, but it is designed more as a sound saber. It is really long with the claws. Even the normal hilt is still pretty long when you have a pommel on it. And it has a lot more weight than a basic saber like my Liberator or, for example, a standard issue or Dominic's, just because it is a much thicker metal body. Although it does give you a lot more weight to your swings and better balance with the longer blade like that I have on right now. Again, like I said, what I would like to change is have the black anodized hilt option where you could get this upper part anodized all in black, possibly even the whole bottom of the saber in black. But it's still nice to have the grooves here for the grip. And 40-inch blades just as an option like the Malice. One thing that I would like to try doing is a couple of pike extensions. I sort of think it looks like a torch, which is why I sort of keep it in orange. I think you could have a nice sort of short bladed staff that way. Overall, really nice design. It's an older hilt that Ultra Sabers does, but it's one that I wouldn't change at all. I really like how it is solid up here, so I wouldn't really like to have a separatable emitter with it. And if you're going to want the claws, you're going to want the whole saber anyways. I don't think I would put this on any other saber parts. I know a couple other people on the forums have, but it just wouldn't make the saber as solid of a hilt if they were able to do that, because it won't work with the blade holder design. There'd be too little space to actually hold it in there. But it's probably my favorite saber in terms of Sith style. I've gotten a Malice now, but this one still, it just is nice and sleek, and it's still a good weight to actually use for extended periods of time. Hope I didn't go too long with that. Thanks for watching.